Hello everybody, this is Pastor Green. We're doing a Bible study, 2 Samuel chapter 10. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, you can send me a email. If you have any questions, you're going to email me or just comment below. 2 Samuel 10 verse 1. And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his stead. Then said David, I will show kindness unto Hanun the son of Nahash, and his father showed kindness unto me. And David said to comfort him in the hands of his servants for his father. And David's servants came to the land of the children of Ammon. You can see here on the map where Ammon is next to Judah. And the prince of the children of Ammon said to Hanun their lord, Thinkest that David does honor thy father, that he sent comforters unto thee? Has not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city, and to spy it out, and to overthrow it? So David said, this guy's father was really good to me. I'm going to be good to him. I'm going to send people over there to take care of him, to show him kindness. Well, this guy's military advisor said, I don't know. It seems like David wants to do some bad things to you. They were whispered in the king's ear, David's trying to do some bad stuff. So the lesson to learn. They completely misjudged David's motive for sending the ambassadors, and they assumed the worst. Number 2, don't bear false witness is one of the big 10 commandments. Verse 4, whether Hanun took David's servants and shaved off one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and set them away. So these guys shaved half their beards off, cut their trousers off, and so they were just basically embarrassed. And when they told it to David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. So the lesson to learn, beards can grow back, and clothes can be changed. Don't overact when somebody does you wrong. And David didn't do anything. And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Bethrub and the Syrians of Zobab, 20,000 footmen, and King Maacah 1,000 men, and of Ishtab 12,000 men. You can see here Syria, and over there to the left you can see Israel. And when David heard of it, he sent Joab and all the hosts of the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out to put the battle in array at the entering of the gate, and the Syrians of Zobab and Rehob and Itob and Maacah were by themselves in the field. So, lesson to learn. They prepared to attack David. Wars of defense are almost always justified, and wars of the offense are almost always wrong. When Joab saw that the front of the battle was against him before and behind, he chose all the choice men of Israel and put them in an array against the Syrians. And the rest of the people he delivered to the hands of Ishaba his brother, and he might put them in an array against the children of Ammon. And he said, if the Syrians be strong for me, then they shall help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for thee, then I will come and help thee. Be of good courage, and let us play the men for our people in the cities of God. And the Lord doeth what seemeth him good. So you need to distribute your resources carefully and have a plan. And encourage your brothers in the Lord, because everybody's fighting in a battle. And Joab drew nigh at the people that were with him in the battle against the Syrians, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they fled also to Ashdod, and entered the city. And Joab returned to the city, the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. So no one ever went against God's man and prospered. Even when God's man is wrong, let God handle it. When the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. And Hadarezer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river, and they came to Helam. And Shobath, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. So this war of aggression was based on a false assumption, led the Syrians to be humiliated, and a lot of men died. And it was told David, he gathered all Israel together and passed over Jordan and came to Helam. And the Syrians set themselves in array against David and fought with him. And the Syrians fled before Israel. And David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians. and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Sobath, and the captain of their host, who died there. Now I underlined 7,700 chariots for a reason. See, because if you look at 1 Chronicles 19, it says the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots. So the question is, well, atheists love to find what they think are contradictions in the Bible, so they can feel justified in not submitting to the book. So the question is, how many men did David kill? Did he kill 7,000? Did he kill 700, as 2 Samuel says, or 7,000, as 1 Chronicles says? Well, let's look at it. Well, the first question is, are there contradictions in the Bible? There's many of atheist YouTube channels and websites, and they'll sit there and list, look at all these different contradictions that they have. But there really is no contradictions in the King James Bible. At least I haven't found any at all. Here's one right here. It says a contradiction. Luke 18:35 and Luke 19:1. It says, as he came to Jericho, it happened a certain blind man sat by the roadside begging, and going in, he passed through Jericho. But then if you looked at Matthew 20, it says, as he departed from Jericho, a great crowd followed him, and behold, two blind men were sitting at the wayside. So does Luke and Matthew contradict each other, not once but twice? Well, the first one said there was a blind man when he went in, and the second one said there was two blind men when they were leaving. Well, that's two different situations. One's going in and one's leaving, so that's not a contradiction at all. But they'll sit there and have all these different contradictions. In fact, this one down here says there's 144 contradictions. This one says there's 101 contradictions. This one talks about 463. But there's websites and YouTube people all the time saying there's a lot of Bible contradictions out there. Romans 1 says, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all unrighteousness, ungodliness, and righteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known to God is manifest in them, for God has showed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even an eternal power and Godhead, that they are without excuse. Because that, when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, so their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and they changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made by the uncorruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts, and dishonor of their own bodies between themselves. So this guy here says there's a lot of Bible contradictions out there. There are a lot of mistakes in the Bible. There are historical mistakes, there's scientific mistakes. You can't even say there are some moral mistakes. So let's look at this. 2 Samuel 10. It says the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians. The next one in 1 Chronicles 19 says, but the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the Syrians 7,000 men who fought in chariots. Well, let's look at them side by side. The top one says he killed the men of 700 chariots. And the bottom one says 7,000 men which fought in chariots. So they're a little different. The top one says 700 chariots, and the bottom one says 7,000 men that fought in the chariots. Well, right here is a Sherman tank. It says the tank has a maximum speed of 38 to 46 kilometers or 24 to 29 miles per hour and a range of 160 to 240 kilometers or 100 to 150 miles, depending on the series. The M4 carried a crew of 5 commander, gunner, loader, driver, and co-driver hull gunners. The vehicle weighed about 33 tons. So if I killed one tank, I would have killed 5 guys. That's not a contradiction. If I killed 700 chariots, and there was 10 guys per chariot, well, that's 7,000 men. See, 5 men in the tank during battle, plus there's going to be a lot of guys outside to keep it going. Gas and oil and change flat tires and carry ammo and food and engines and repairs. You know, the NIV got it wrong. The NRSV got it right and wrong again. See, they got it wrong because they didn't understand what the Bible actually said. They saw a small little thing and they didn't actually look into it. But anyways, let's go to 2 Samuel 10, verse 19. When all the kings that were servants of Hazar saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon anymore. See, here's what happened. This guy was supposed to get a blessing from David, and because he listened to other people, he attacked David, and he lost a bunch of men and was embarrassed because of it, and now he has to serve him. And so the Syrians are not going to help anymore because they're like, you put us in this false battle. Well, guys, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, you can comment below, send me an email. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and please put it on social media. Let your friends see it if you think it's going to be an interesting video. Anyways, I'm going to put a couple links on the screen. The bottom right is going to be the 2 Samuel Bible study. Top left is going to be the 1 Samuel Bible study. And the bottom left is going to be a video, YouTube things you're going to like. Usually it's the video before this. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.